Hey there guys, and welcome to a prediction video, as you can see, for the Birmingham City versus Reading game. Obviously Blues are at home once again, and I'm doing a prediction video on SofaScore. As you can see, this is an app that I've advertised quite a lot on the mobile before, and I do use quite a lot for my predictions and my statistics and my analysis of things, because it's really good. Because as you can see here, it's got the team streaks, head-to-head streaks, so who plays each other and who does what, right? Matches for both teams, records against each other at the bottom, the odds of winning, and the league table, which helps out a lot. So if we're going to go straight into it, obviously Blues appointed their new manager Lee Bowyer as of yesterday, although he's been taking training for 2 days. So this is his third day in the job in reality terms, and he's got to pick a team from 2 days of work. So it would be slightly difficult. It's going to be difficult to predict what lineup he's going to go with, as I just couldn't even begin to, because he hasn't had a pre-match kind of video at all. So we have no idea where to go. But looking at the league table, you're obviously seeing Reading. I'll do it as I did on my last predictions video. At home, obviously Blues are bottom of the league with 12 points, 3 wins, 3 draws and 12 defeats. And away from home, Reading are a very informed team away from home, sitting in 5th place with 28 points, 7 wins, 7 draws, 4 defeats. So looking at that, you've got to be looking for a Reading win. I, on the other hand, am thinking slightly differently. I think that Blues will obviously be different to how we have recently. Our form completely different, simply due to the fact of the new manager. I feel like it will have a boost on the squad, and my prediction, straight down the middle, with 29% of people, is a draw. So my prediction is a draw. And obviously this game is on Sky, so that's good. We have Andy Woolmer as the referee, who averages 3 yellow cards and 0.1 red cards per match. Not much information, but hey ho for you guys. So we have a 29% chance of winning, and they have a 43% chance of winning, so they are above us in the percentage of chances to win the match. Looking at the head-to-head streaks, you've got 3 games without a clean sheet for both teams. 4 out of the last 5 games against each other have had over 2.5 goals, so you're probably looking at a 2-1 win either way if you're looking at a victory for either team. Both teams scoring in the last 4 out of 5, so we both score against each other quite commonly. And less than 4.5 cards in the last 9 out of 10, so not many yellows and reds between these two teams. Blues have been the first team to score in the last 4 out of the 5 matches against each other, which says a lot for the two clubs, really. But Blues obviously have no wins in 3, with 5 games without a clean sheet. We've been the first to concede in our last 5 out of 5 times, which says a lot for us. So obviously we haven't won in 3 matches. We haven't had a clean sheet in our last 5, and we've been the first to concede in our last 5. So if we've conceded first, we've lost the match. And obviously, clean sheet doesn't exist there. But less than 4.5 cards, 8 out of 10. So we don't have loads of cards, but less than 10.5 corners in the last 7 out of 7 matches. They've not lost in their last 4, so they've done the opposite of how we are in form coming into this game. They've had less than 2.5 goals in their last 6 out of their 7 games, and less than 4.5 cards in their last 5 out of their 6 games. So looking at the previous games, you've got loss, loss, draw, win, loss for Blues. Reading are draw, win, 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 loss. So looking at the teams they've played though, we've played Bristol City, we've played Barnsley, who are nearer the top there, with Norwich in that run as well, where they've played Forest. They've played Sheffield Wednesday. They've played lower mid-table Blackburn Rovers. They've played Rotherham. So it's hard to draw, and they did lose to Wycombe. not 5 games ago. So it's hard to look at the form of the two teams by the side of each other and go, this team is going to win because of their form. The form of the two teams is completely different based off the teams they've played. We've got a new manager in. We don't know what team he's going to go with. We don't know what players he's going to go with. We don't know what formation strategy he's going to go with. He probably doesn't know fully what to go with himself. As 2 days in a job, it's very difficult to do that kind of thing. In the last 5 head-to-head games, you've got Blues win, Reading win, Blues win, draw, Blues win. So, form-wise against each other, you are looking at more Blues wins than Reading wins, but there are goals in those games. So, who wins? It's a difficult one, but my prediction is down the middle. It's a draw, 2-2 for me. It's going to be a good game, and hopefully we can see a couple of goals. Maybe see some of the players that haven't played as much. Maybe a Cosgrove get 25 minutes out on the pitch, or even start. Maybe see a different formation, to see the two up front with Hogan and Cosgrove, Hogan and Juki. Maybe see Lecco get some time out on the field. I don't know, but it would be nice to see some slight difference to what we had and the two up front. As said in my last video, Bowyer has played 75% of his matches as a manager with 2 strikers. This is about all we can say. He will most likely play 2 up front. It's difficult to say anything other than that because he has played multiple different formations, multiple different styles. Will he come in and go, right, we'll play with Karanka's style for a game because this is how they've been playing and they're not used to my style yet? We don't know. But hopefully we can get a win or a draw. That would be brilliant to come out of this with points. Obviously, Rotherham having a big defeat last night, losing 4-1 to Watford, where this game ended up ruining their goal difference a bit. It's pushed it more towards our goal difference, which is great. And looking at Coventry last night, they lost 2-0 to Luton, which is another great result for us. And Derby drawing 2-2, but being quite lucky with drawing 2-2, but only getting a point. So the teams around us didn't win. If we can win our games, it's on us. We need to win our games, and this is a perfect opportunity to gain points on opponents. So hopefully we can gather some points, gather some positivity, and push ourselves up that table. Let's see the review that will come in the next video after this, and keep right on